All right, let's be real. Sometimes your brain just feels like a messy sandwich. There's too much going on, stuff slipping out the sides, and no napkins in sight. That's where therapy comes in.
And we're not just talking about screaming into the void or trauma dumping on your sandwich artist. We're talking actual therapy with someone who knows what they're doing. And lucky for you, BetterHelp, our paid partner for this episode, makes it easy to get started.
No waiting rooms, no weird therapy office smells, just a quick questionnaire and boom. You're matched with a credentialed therapist in a couple days. And if it's not a vibe, switch it up faster than you can switch up your sandwich sauce.
So if your brain feels like a chaotic group chat, do yourself a favor, go to betterhelp.com/thinkfresh or hit the link in the description for 10% off your first month. Your future self will thank you.
It is a beautiful sunny day here in Vancouver, Canada. Ty and Eric are coming to you pre-recorded, not live, from Eric's wonderful apartment. I don't spend much time here, Eric, and I must say I do admire your seating in here.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, I put a lot of thought into the selection of dining chairs, the couches. I don't know how I feel about bar stools in general or even having a bar, but I think we solved that problem quite well as well.
You know, if you want to put a bar in your apartment, like not a bar like go pour a pint of Guinness bar, but a bar like pull up to the kitchen island and like hang out while someone's chefing it up.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to build the entire space around it. You can't just have it as an afterthought or it will get used as an afterthought.
Yeah. I don't know if you can tell, but my place is optimized for the hangout. That's like by far the highest importance here because think about it. We got two couches facing each other, not even facing the TV. TV is there to accessorize the room. It's all about the couches.
Every time I'm here, the only thing I've ever seen on your TV, which is like kind of hanging out in the corner, is just music videos. You just do it for vibes. I feel like I'm in an American Eagle.
Yeah, no kidding. Or it's kind of like the TV at a Vietnamese restaurant. It's just like more cooking shows on there.
Oh yeah,
it's like you're eating some food and you're watching someone make food at the same time. It's pretty awesome.
Oh man, it's so funny how there's this like second wave restaurant vibe where the TV will play a slideshow of food.
Yeah.
And it won't even be food that they sell. It's just in general.
Yeah.
Like at an Italian restaurant, like Spac Napoli down the street, they'll just have pictures of pizza on the TV.
Yeah. Well, Spac Napoli, I love when they have the like walking, like the 4K walking videos in like random parts of Italy.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really nice move for especially any type of like non-local cuisine to like give me a sense of place. Put the walking videos on. You want to pull up a walking video right now? I see Eric's got the TV going.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's get a walking video going during this episode. I wonder like
Napoli walking tour.
I wonder where we're gonna do Naples. Sick. That's appropriate for Think Fresh podcast. Crazy and beautiful. 4K, 3 hour with captions.
We like the 4-hour one, right?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
But I don't want this interrupting our wonderful audio.
Yeah, this is more just vibes.
The vibes. So I was noticing all of the places to sit in your apartment. And then I noticed you have a brand new book here, unwrapped, called, it's a big, thick boy, Just One Good Chair is the name of the book, Eric. Tell me about that book.
Yeah, I guess you could say that everything here is about the chair, the seating, like you alluded to. Yeah, I got that book in Copenhagen, Denmark, and it's from the Copenhagen Design Museum, which was a really, really cool stopover we made. There's a lot of stuff going on there, but one of the best parts of the entire museum is this long, long hallway where you have chairs of all kinds on both sides of the wall, kind of like hanging almost, or like on display, I guess. And it's really cool because you can see chairs from Asia, chairs from Europe, North America had some great architects. All of them are like basically, I don't know, industry defining designs. You know what I mean? You got the Herman Miller chair, you got the Eames chairs, you got the Womb chair, like all these fucking iconic designs. So yeah, that's where I picked up the book. I was pretty inspired.
The chair is a universally loved object. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, gay, straight, old, young, 6-inch or foot long, you
Mhm.
need to sit down. So the chair is really universally loved.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think architects hold the chair and designers hold the chair to too high of esteem despite that. Like, I don't know how many times I've heard a chair designer say that the chair is the most difficult thing to possibly design. They put so much effort in it, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe it for 1 second.
I mean, it shouldn't be that way because the floor is also a chair. You
The
don't
floor
need
is
anything to be a chair.
so why are they putting so much effort into just making a place to like put your wide load?
Your caboose.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, it, chairs though are like a status symbol as well as a practical item as well as a design object, I guess. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it does every job. So like think about the chairs at Subway, for example. Like they're designed so you can sit there comfortably for about 15 minutes and then you got to get the hell up out of there.
And I think actually the planned obsolescence is built in. Like they don't want you to linger.
No, it's kind of like the anti-design world,
Mm-hmm.
like the homeless people spikes on the ground outside of office buildings. Like we don't want anyone to be sleeping near the door. It's kind of the same thing at Subway.
Yes, the back rest of the chair, the angle of it is just enough to get through about 30 bites of food, and then your like whole body starts to hurt.
Yeah. As soon as you're no longer distracted by the 12 inches of sandwich in front of you, you start to notice it digging into your back a little bit too much.
It's a multi-pronged approach. You got the chair digging into the back, this foot long digging into the front. You're overwhelmed by discomfort, and you're getting out of there.
Yeah, no, totally. Wow, man. Napoli is really a dump, hey?
Dude,
What's going on with Europe?
Naples is wild. Okay, I've been to Naples one time, and I spent maybe a day there. I
Mhm.
trained in from Roma and then trained back in the evening. And
Lovely.
it was like nowhere else I've been in Europe because it felt almost Napoli feels like an Asian city. It's super narrow streets, tons of clotheslines between the windows.
Mhm.
As we're seeing here, there's also a lot of Asian people.
Yeah, the Chinese tourists know no boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty amazing. You're right. Everyone I talk to about Italy says Napoli is like very different from the rest of Italy, and it's more grungy. It's dirtier. Look at this little statue here with a gold nose. Looks like a Squidward.
Busto di Pulcinella. Dude, that guy just like gave that nose a yoink.
I mean,
Is that a
looking at it,
thing?
I mean that's probably why it's gold. That's like all the bronze rubbed off or whatever.
Right. Okay, so we're watching this Napoli walking video. It's actually really good for this podcast episode
Yeah, this is
because it's
great.
directing my voice towards my microphone as I focus on this.
You're welcome, breadheads.
So this guy is slowly walking through these very narrow streets. We got a
Mhm.
Nona going by, the occasional tourist.
Oh yeah, he gave that Nona zero room to pass. He just
Yeah.
kind of bullied her.
Just kind of threw a shoulder on her.
And you hip check Nona. If that can only go down in Napoli, you know,
Mm-hmm.
place with no rules.
Man, this is so fascinating.
This is really cool.
There's
I would
something
love,
so therapeutic about it too.
Oh, dude, walking tours are. It's the new Fox News. Like every parent is watching walking tours now. Have you noticed?
Yeah, actually, you're right. Like they ran out of like puzzles, and they're now just wait till like VR glasses are distributed enough technology that they're on the boomers.
That's actually crazy.
They're gonna love it. They're gonna love it so much. No normal person is gonna be using
Mm-hmm.
VR glasses, but every boomer's gonna have it on.
It's like, yeah, I can go to Paris and not talk to gypsies. That's perfect.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about being sold a selfie stick.
Yeah. But yeah, Napoli, man. I'm gonna try to go this year, I think.
Yes, you must. You must go.
Yeah, it's actually been top of mind. I tried to go a couple years ago, but it just didn't really fit into our plans. We had to pivot a little bit.
The itinerary didn't allow it.
Yeah, mostly because we had already decided on a few other cities in Italy, and it just was a little bit too out of the way.
Shane from Amex couldn't squeeze it in.
No, dude, unfortunately my travel concierge Shane couldn't fit into the budget.
uh, well, when you do visit, two things that are great in Naples. One, that's kind of where the espresso tonic is
Oh,
kind of based on, because it's getting hot. You're heading into the southern half of the country.
I actually had no
So
idea.
yeah,
That's
espresso
cool.
tonic is big in Naples.
I was
You're
waiting
gonna
for you
have
to
to
tell
hit
me that
that.
pizza is from there. I'm like, this motherfucker, like, I've been to Europe before. I know
Oh, of
this.
course, the
Unless that
pizza.
was your second object, your second point.
No, did I say two? I only meant one
Okay.
point. 1 point.
I'm gonna steal your second point, which would be Captain Obvious.
But Demichele, that is the world famous spot that has notably had the best pizza in all of the world.
Oh, I see.
And I bet you this walking tour will swing by. It is very good. I
Yeah,
ate 2 pies there myself.
2 pies, same day.
Yeah,
Like same
same
day
day,
you were there
dude.
for one day.
Food coma for
Wow.
sure. I was overserved by Demichele.
Yeah, it looks like this walking tour is focused mostly on landmarks
Yeah,
and
yeah.
roads.
But
So I don't know if we'll get specific
that's okay.
restaurants disclosed here, but he might actually walk by. We'll see.
If I wanted to just see the destinations, then I wouldn't watch a walking tour.
Yeah, it's the least efficient way to get to the destination.
Yeah, there's probably more elegant ways to summarize it than this
Yeah.
3-hour YouTube video.
Yeah. That's the beauty of the walking tour is like, if you got 3 hours, then we're going to go on a journey and we may or may not end up where you thought we were going to end up.
That's true. We're gonna end up by a vendor in an alley selling sunglasses.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh god, this is definitely a weird part of Naples. Hey, look at that. They're selling pictures. They're selling that guy doesn't even look Italian selling that stuff.
No, dude. That's the whole point.
Right.
Yeah, every European city now is overrun by trinkets and single-use plastics.
Yeah, you're right. Actually,
And hot hatchbacks. That's pretty much describes every European city now. And
wild.
I don't love it. I don't love being harassed while I'm standing in line at the Eiffel Tower. You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
I mean, I guess there's no pain, no gain, right? Sometimes you got to take a little bit of little harassment if you're gonna see a wonder of the world.
Yeah.
It's that makes you wonder. Hey.
Yeah, I guess so. It makes you wonder.
It makes you wonder. Oh
Yeah.
man. I think if you go to the city, like how many people do you think get pickpocketed every day in Naples? Because I feel like if I was a pickpocket, I would just move to this city. This seems like the ultimate pickpocketing zone.
I agree. Everyone's got a little man purse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, really easy to kind of zip open. But
I've seen like a bunch of iPhone Pros popping out of the back pockets of these female tourists too. Yoink, yoink, yoink. There's like
yeah. Dude, speaking of dangerous cities, I watched a clip on YouTube about someone who was describing their time living in Colombia, in Medellín. I don't know if you've watched much content about that or if you know much about Colombia.
I do have a friend in my network that's been hanging out in Medellin a lot, but he just dropped a pin at the Edition in Miami, so I think he fled the country.
Sounds like he's probably staying at a nice place then in Colombia and not in the streets.
Avoiding the whatever you're witnessing.
Yeah. So watched a nice podcast episode from our YouTube friend, Small Brained American, channel name. And he was talking about living in Colombia. And I think he might have been visiting this one time, but he was saying how he was walking with a homie around 10 o'clock at night and he got robbed at gunpoint.
At gunpoint?
Yeah.
Ah, that sucks.
By a taxi driver.
No.
Yeah, dude. So like, I mean, that just those two facts alone tell me that like there's no safety there. Like the fact that a taxi driver could rob you and people in the comments being like, yeah, like that happens all the time here. And there's a guy who's like a taxi driver who's like known for robbing people here. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, you know, no profession you're not safe with any profession, right?
Yeah, it's not that professional.
No. Like, for example, a doctor. I would trust a doctor with my life here in Canada where we are safe.
Mm-hmm.
I would trust most taxi drivers with my safety as well here in Canada. You know what I mean? I'm not going to avoid taking a cab. But over there, it's like, bro, if even the taxi driver is trying to trying to slime you out, then I don't know. It's probably not the place for me. That place
Mhm.
operates on different rules. It feels like,
Yeah, dude, getting mugged on the way to the doctor and then getting mugged again.
and then having your kidney stolen.
It's crazy. Yeah, everyone will rob you getting to the doctor in South America, but in North America, it's the doctor robbing you.
Damn, that was deep, bro.
Damn, there we go.
Um,
But you're so right, dude. Like it's like this, like in a lot of places. Even like my friend went to Tulum for a few nights, and like the first night he gets robbed, he gets mugged,
fuck,
loses his
dude.
phone, loses everything, and then the next night he takes a different street home because he's worried about getting mugged again, although he's got nothing left to lose.
Right.
And then the like
He gets
Mexican
shot.
no, the Mexican police come at him, and they're
Oh.
like, why are you on this other street? Why are you on the tourist street? He's like, I got mugged there last night. I don't want to go back on that road.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, we think you're a criminal and we're going to arrest you. And then he's
Whoa.
like, I don't even have ID to prove I'm not.
Oh my
And
god.
then he had to
bro.
like, whatever pesos left, he had to pay off the police. So like 2 nights in a row, this guy's getting absolutely like badgered down
Dude.
there.
That's the other part of that story from the other one. Like, the guy was looking to get help from the police. Obviously, like, first thing you do when someone commits a crime against you, you go to the police, right?
Mhm.
And this guy was saying like the police in Colombia are so corrupt and lazy and uninterested that basically they can't help you or they won't help you.
Mhm.
And you might actually be worse off seeking their help because they could rob your other belongings or basically, or like kidnap you or who
Right.
knows what, right?
You basically describe the auto insurance industry in America.
Yeah, dude. Shout out ICBC.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude.
It's tough out there.
These Spanish speaking countries, bro.
What is it about the Spanish language that creates? Actually, I think they speak Portuguese in Colombia
No,
because like
they speak
Brazil is all
Spanish.
Portuguese.
Yeah, but not Colombia.
No, is the
It's Espanol.
west coast is Espanol, east coast is Portuguese.
I think it's just Brazil.
Oh, really?
Or is it? Does Argentina speak Portuguese? They're on the East Coast.
I think Argentina is Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, I learned a new word that they say in Brazil. This is pretty funny, but I got to pull it up. Did I talk to you about this? About
No.
Brazilian words?
No, I like Brazilian words. Tell me more.
Okay, so it turns out that in Brazil there is a description for. Oh, did I even not write it down? Oh, I don't think I wrote it down. Oh no, I'm not going to be able to tell you. Oh, this is so embarrassing.
Is it Bunda?
Bunda? Brazil.
Type in Brazil Bunda.
I'm frantically checking my notes because when you learn a new word, you gotta write it down.
Just go type in Brazilian Bunda and go Google images.
Which
I
computer?
would say go on incognito.
Brazilian Bunda? How do I even
Yeah.
spell that?
Exactly how it sounds.
Do I have to go incognito for this?
No, but I would avoid any company equipment.
Bunda. The Sora de Bunda is a dance move. Is that what you're talking about?
No. You
Oh,
type in-
wait, that's a butt. Bum bum. What am I looking at here, dude?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
So is this just like a butt lift? Is that what we're talking about?
No, it's just booty.
Dude, when I Googled this, Google turned on safe search.
It's just booty. It's like
Dude,
there's like a lot of rap songs that mention having a bunda.
a bunda, yes. Dude, that is forever connected to your Wi-Fi network, just so you know.
That's fine.
I'm sure you've Googled worse. No, fuck, what is this word? There's like a Brazilian word that it's their equivalent of basic. It's like, I'm going to find it for you. I can't find it. Fuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not.
That will be for another episode. I will.
Cool.
I will dig it up. Redheads, hold tight.
You can maybe Google Brazilian slang, and it might show up there.
Slang. What does slang mean?
You don't know what slang means?
I've never heard of it.
You're joking.
Is that like a type of? Is that like a skateboarding move?
You're joking, right? You don't know what slang is.
I don't know what slang is.
Slang is like everything that's in Urban Dictionary.
What is Urban Dictionary?
Like words. Okay, now I know you're fucking with me.
Yeah, I am. I'm like 2 beers deep, dude. I'm telling mischievous lies.
That's right. We are drinking the Low Life Lagers from last episode.
At this point, Think Fresh should be sponsored by Low Life Lager. That'd be so sick.
We need a beer maker on the pod.
Yeah,
I think
we do.
that's been long overdue. This is a pseudo beer pod.
We got to get to the bottom of the beer industry, the bottom of the keg.
Yeah, exactly. We got to switch out the keg,
Yeah, exactly.
which is the worst possible news when you're ordering a beer. Oh, we're switching out the keg. Fuck, dude.
Dude, yeah, that's like I'm only here for one tap.
Mhm.
Like I might as well go to another establishment. You can get a Guinness like every 40 meters.
Yeah. Oh, look at
What
that.
the hell? Okay, what? We just watched the walking tour, walk past a restaurant, and not only did they have the tourist big menu with the pictures, but they had like a 3D model of the food. What the hell? I've never seen that.
It's very Japanese of them.
That is very Japanese.
You know what, Ty? In Europe, they don't do the clay or the wax version of the dish.
Mhm.
They just like make the food and put it outside.
Just let it kind
And let
of
the cats kind of get at it.
for the flies.
Yeah, the stray cats love this one thing about Italy. But yeah, dude. Whoa, Bill
Interesting.
Clinton ate at this restaurant.
Wow, there's a picture of Bill Clinton consuming what looks like a calzone.
Dude, he will get the calzone.
This is so sick.
Wow, Napoli is truly a special place.
I haven't seen a single normal store yet. It's all been postcards. Maybe I saw a pharmacy, but in Europe, all the pharmacies are like a neon sign with green text in a plus. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's a green cross. Yeah.
Yeah. And it just, I don't know. I just feel like they could like iterate a little more on that. Give me a few more options.
But why though? Like that's like the perfect symbol because no one else is going to use it. You mean you're just talking about the green cross?
Yeah.
Why would you change it? That would throw people off. I think if you changed it.
I just feel like it's a little bit, it's giving convenience store. That's why.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, I want something that's a little bit more understated.
I don't
If
know,
I'm going to
dude.
go into a pharmacy, make a discreet submission of my prescription.
I actually wish we adopted that here in Canada because every pharmacy here has a different logo. There's no universal sign for pharmacy. And it's also always deep inside of a grocery store. It's never a standalone option.
Actually, you're right, Eric. Can I walk back this walking tour perspective?
Yeah, dude, you can walk right back to where we were. At the
Thank
beginning.
you. The North American pharmacy graphic design industry is so torched. It's terrible. The fact that we don't have a universal language has created this monstrosity.
Mhm, exactly.
So you're right. We need to standardize that.
Yeah, totally. That means like no matter where you are in the world, like you can walk by a billion different logos, but when you see that glowing green cross, you know that you have some free healthcare in your vicinity. So it's quite nice.
Yeah, if you need to nurse that hangover with some Advil and a Powerade,
Yeah.
you can.
Shout out to the European Union.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one right there.
Yep. I know what they sell there.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go to the most replayed part of the walking tour.
Okay.
Let's see what we
This
got here.
ended up being a walking tour episode.
There's probably gonna
Fascinating.
be a bad bitch walking by the screen.
Is that why you think? Maybe there's going to be a fight breakout or something? We're outside a store called Gay Odin.
It was a chocolatier. I don't know if you caught that.
Oh, I didn't catch that. This is a very crowded part of Napoli, so it
Wow.
must be the heart of the city.
Yeah. Just keep your eyes peeled, Ty. There might be something about to happen.
What do you think is going on here? Do you think everyone's here for a church? Maybe a gum wall?
I think a bunda is in vicinity.
The Brazilian bunda. We seem to be in like a graffiti alley. There's so many people, shoulder to shoulder crowds, a few vendors selling what looks like necklaces or perhaps a painting.
Yeah.
Mostly North American tourists on family vacation, catching like a Levi's logo, a basketball jersey.
Yeah. Jason Tatum has some fans in Napoli here.
Yeah, that's wild. A real global influence.
I'm checking out this building that we're walking up on, and it's got like a fedora on. Have you caught that?
No, I didn't catch that. That's
on the
awesome.
left there, it's got a little brim.
Mm.
And it doesn't look like much now that we're coming up on it. But
What architectural era we looking at here? That looks like a conquistador type of beat.
Oh, it looks like it was a chapel.
We're heading into some sort of piazza here. So this is clearly a main drag for the pedestrians.
Mhm. Dude, the best thing about Europe, actually mostly Italy, is you'll just eventually end up on a piazza and you can like chill and have a smoke.
Yeah, all roads lead to a piazza. It's
That
pretty
is true.
smart that no matter what, if you just follow the road, you'll end up somewhere important.
Yeah. And then you'll see like a Fiat trying to squeeze through an alley.
Uh, it's not quite like that in North America. All roads just lead to other roads. You
Yeah.
could end up in an infinite circuit.
Yeah, all roads lead to a major arterial highway.
Yeah, which then lead to other bigger highways.
Yeah.
I don't know what the biggest highway is, but they all go to that. I guess
Mhm.
the one in Canada.
Yeah. Except that one's like doesn't hold a candle to the like I don't know 405.
Any
You know?
of the American highways, yeah. They beat them on lanes, paved quality,
Yep.
number of drivers,
Mhm.
speed limit.
Mhm. No, I agree. Yeah, Napoli is a different vibe, bro.
Yeah, it really is. It feels I kind of actually imagine like this is like if south of France wasn't rich. This is what it would look like too. It's kind of a similar like kind of Spanish influenced architecture and uh there's kind of like I like anything that borders the Mediterranean is like somewhat south is going to get a lot of different types of people. You're going to have people coming from the Middle East. You're going to have a couple African daddies pulling up, looking to start a new life.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Either start a new life or sell you like a slingshot.
Mhm. I'm not really sure what the go-to object in Europe. Actually, I do because when I was in Rome in November, the new thing they're selling is it's like a little helicopter toy, and they huck it in the air and it shoots up like all the
Mhm.
way to the stratosphere, and it
Yeah.
lights up. I
Yeah.
don't get it.
And then it kind of slowly drifts down, right?
Yeah.
And you got to catch it.
You gotta catch it.
Dude, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's like an offline drone.
Mhm. My least favorite ones are the laser pointers because they always get your attention by shining in your eye.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, fuck off, bro.
I actually read a whole thing online about how people are always messing with airline
Yeah.
pilots with lasers, especially like you fly over like a party destination, like a Tulum or like a Vegas,
Yeah.
where laser pointers are frequently being panhandled.
Mhm.
Yeah, pilots are just getting fucking blinded all the time. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
I
kind
didn't
of
realize that
excessive.
was an epidemic.
Me neither, bro. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta not get killed in Europe because I have always confrontation with someone trying to sell me shit.
So you think you're gonna get clipped because you talked them the wrong way?
Less clipped, more like they just got a problem with how I say no.
I'm pretty sure no is universal, dude. It's just no or no.
Yeah, or just fuck off.
Yeah,
Um,
might not translate.
no. Well, it's time for Ty and I to fuck off.
Yeah, that's a fact. All right.
Close this out.
Yeah, breadheads. Thank you for walking through this episode with us. We hope that you found it as entertaining as we did. I'm feeling like in a different chill vibe this episode, Eric. A couple beers in me, walking to on the TV. Felt good.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Got our steps in this episode. For sure.
Facts. Circles closed. Episode closed. Ciao.